Real life street stars. Know what time it is.
What about the devil? You believe in that?
No. The devil is you. You your own devil and God. Your thoughts is the devil. So all of us have a thought say, fuck that bitch. Man, don't say that. So you have a voice in your head. Man, the devil don't exist. The devil don't exist. We create our own devils and our gods based on what we want to do in our minds and our hearts.
So what do you say to those who may not go, because it's happened to me, who may not go to church on a regular basis, and you may be low, right? You seeking some sort of guidance or understanding, and when you do catch a word, you do feel emotional and you do feel like, man, this is what I needed to hear. What do you say about those moments?
The spirit don't appease your emotions. See, that's what the preacher play on. The preacher come with a feel-good message to make you feel good. That's why you only feel good for a day or two, and it feel like the devil done came and stole your word. He just made you feel good for the moment, just like a movie. Because your feelings, your soul, so the components of a human, spiritual-wise, so you got a body, which is your flesh. You got a soul, which is your mind, your will, and your emotions. Man, God don't care nothing about your emotion because you feel good. It's the salvation, the mercy, and the grace. So on top of that, then you inhabit spirits, anger, lying. Those are spirits that you walk with. So, man, church, the word of God don't make you feel good. It transforms your life. So if you go to church and you feel good for the moment and you're not transforming, then you just felt good from a good message. That's why they sell you the tapes after church. Hey, man, make sure y'all go over there and get them tapes, man. So that's why they sell you the tapes, to make you feel good. Because God don't exist in a message. He lives in the mirror.
Man, that's real shit.
He live in the mirror.
That's real shit.
Homie, go look in the mirror long enough and don't just stare in the mirror. Shit, man, yeah. Solitude. It's too much noise in church for God to exist. God exists in solitude, by yourself, nigga, in the cave, in the corner, low when nobody's around and you crying out, oh God, by yourself is where God exists, not in the congregation.
That's facts. So Charleston, let me ask you, you just recently said that you put $1 million policy for your children.
Yeah.
How would Black America, the Black community, look if most parents did the same thing you just did and put $1 million policies, accidental death and dismemberment, things like that for their children as much?
We'll have reparation in 3 years.
Man.
We would have reparation in 3 years. But imagine if the church really cared about Black people. Why not they having corporate insurance policies? And they have to bury these people. Why don't they provide corporate insurance policies like jobs do for the, why don't the church do this, homie? And they really for God. Because the money you paying tithes with to the pastor, there go your insurance policy money. So why don't pastors say, hey man, I just brokered a deal with a life insurance company, and we're gonna make it where all members can get life insurance policy through this church. Why don't the church do that, my nigga?
Change the whole community.
Come on, fam.
Man.
You know why they don't do it? Because your church have got in bed with the state. State and church have always been separate. But because your pastor want a tax break from all this goddamn money he getting, he now gets a tax break, 501c3. So now the church and state is in bed together. That's why you see pastors now politic with politicians. That's why you now see the preachers say, hey, come on, congressman, come talk to my church about politics. Homie, they're not supposed to be in the same place. So that's why you see that, because the church have now gotten in bed with the state by way of what they call 20 years ago, they started calling it a faith-based initiative. Now the church get a 501c3 tax break. Now preachers can't preach about anything no more because now they work for the government. So of course they're not gonna be empowering for us. They work for the government. So anytime I hear a nigga say he a preacher and he got a church, nigga, you work for the government. With that 501c3 tax exemption status.